Welcome along to the Sporty Show. Hello, everyone. It has been a little while since we've seen you, but welcome back. I'm Sara as always, and what a weekend in football it has been. We have to get into it immediately, gentlemen, because there is so much to talk about. So let me introduce the one, the only, Klinton Cod.
And let me introduce the one and only, the tallest man in Madrid, Alex Ashmore. Let's get it going. There's a lot to speak about today.
There is a lot to speak about, Alex, so I'm going to jump right into what we have coming up on today's show.
We kick off today's Sporty Show by looking back at all the Premier League action from the weekend, as Arsenal beat Tottenham and Liverpool lost at Anfield. We then move on to La Liga, as after an impressive win over Girona, Barcelona are now 5 of 5 in the league, whilst Real Madrid won without impressing. And we also preview the Champions League, as Europe's biggest competition starts tomorrow. We kick off.
Well, there's only one place to start, and that is with the North London Derby. And who else to speak about this than the one and only your favorite Gunners fans? Yes, it's Gary Al Smith coming to us from Accra. Look how happy he is.
Klinton, say my name, Klinton. Say my name.
Klinton,
say my name.
Gary, just consider yourself lucky today for some reason. I was not this close. I'm not gonna. What?
Say my name.
Gary, you're lucky. You're lucky. Don't worry, I will catch you again. I promise you, man.
Oh, okay.
I promise you.
It's Gary the Ghana.
Gary the Ghana.
This guy
We need to get that written underneath the screen.
This guy is gas for real, man. Jesus Christ.
Well, Gary, actually, I think you guys need to be saying my name because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who said it was going to be a 1-0 victory to Arsenal.
We cannot remember. Nobody would
I remember because all three of you went for a draw because it was a cagey affair and it did look like it was going to be a draw, but it was Gabriel Martinelli who headed that header in with a corner that was brilliant by Bukayo Saka.
It was poor defending from Tottenham Hotspur. Ange Postecoglou said it himself. I think, when you look at how I think Spurs set out with a game plan, Arsenal set out with a game plan. I think it was one of the lowest possession stats that Arsenal have had, in their games so far this year. It was like under 40%. Mm-hmm. So they obviously set out with a game plan. They were dogged in the defence, and they took their chances when it came. And Spurs just switched off for that momentary second and let Gabriel run away, and he was in no man's land, really.
Yep. Gary, we spoke about prior to this match the lineup because of the misses that Arsenal had, and we ended up seeing Leandro Trossard getting the start here. What were your takeaways from the lineup that Arteta started off with?
I think he started, or his post-match comments gave us an idea of the thinking when he said, he had thought of the game. He said he had thought of the game to the very last detail for about 5 days prior, and he had his plan absolutely perfect, only for him to be having, this player not around, this player not available, this player not available. So, but for all intents and purposes, it was a makeshift squad. It was a squad that Spurs will look at and really feel hard done by. If you've seen the post-match comments from some of the more popular Spurs fans, you can tell how very, very angry they are. I've been watching their fan cast, and they are rightly angry because Arsenal were depleted. All the reports in the post-match from the agencies had Arsenal snatch a win, depleted Arsenal snatch. And so that gives you an idea. And for Arsenal, I think it's great because it sends a signal that, you know what, going into this is the kind of test that you want to hurdle if you want to win the title. So it's very, very good news for them. But some may say that, listen, as good as the win was, it's only Spurs. They are not the most, especially this Ange Postecoglou. I wouldn't say that because I think they are a good team. They didn't just have a good day. They played too much of the football and they didn't pull too much of the trigger. On another day, Arsenal might not have been too lucky. I tweeted at the end of the first half that we should have been 2 or 3 goals down, and we took our chance. They didn't take their chances. If you meet a more ruthless opponent, if it's a Man City, or on a good day at Man United, Arsenal is not going to win this game. No.
Alex, what are your thoughts of Ange Postecoglou? Because from what I'm hearing from Spurs fans, the consensus is that they expect now, okay, last season he had his season to kind of integrate, and now we need results, and it's time for Spurs to essentially learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one. You know, you look at the competition they're facing in the Premier League at the moment. This is arguably the most competitive the Premier League has been since, for a while now, since Liverpool won the title. And, you look at the other teams that are just below Arsenal and Man City. You look at the likes of Liverpool, who are doing well. Obviously, a little bit of a blip last weekend. I'm not going to mention Klinton's two teams because I don't think they're quite up there yet. But I think it's definitely a learning curve for Ange Postecoglou and his men because they were dominating that game. They had the majority of the possession. They just didn't take their chances. Yes, there are potentially some improvements to be made to that squad, but I think after all of this time without a trophy, you have to start looking at maybe someone other than the manager and the players, because if they're not spending the money to compete with the top four and win those titles and those trophies, someone has to be taking the blame other than the players and the manager.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gary, there you go. As it stands, Arsenal in second place behind Manchester City. But you guys have a pretty big week ahead of you, taking on Atalanta in the Champions League, and then it's to the Etihad because you are going to meet Mr. Pep Guardiola. How do you feel?
I think we talked about Arsenal's run of games 2 weeks ago, didn't we? And I was saying that I wouldn't have asked for a better lineup of games at the start of the season, because if you want to prove that you are championship winning stuff, you've got championship winning metal, you should be putting some of these games away or to bed, or be showing early on that you are a contender. Atalanta, I can't think of a better team. Not Real Madrid, not exactly Burnley, just good enough to give Arsenal a very stern test to bring out the best in us without absolutely destroying our morale. So that's the sort of team that I would like. And then to the Etihad, well, proper baptism of fire. But we've had a pretty good baptism so far. I think we are ready for them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you mentioned, Atalanta, not an easy team to go up against right now. They just beat Fiorentina 3-2. Ademola Lookman is playing fantastically. Charles de Cazorla.
African Footballer of the Year.
Okay, here we go again. Say it with your chest. Clinton Codd said this initially a couple of weeks back, that Ademola Lookman should probably be the African Player of the Year. Clinton, did we say that?
No, yeah. Just before I go into Ademola Lookman, obviously you guys were speaking about Arsenal and Tottenham, and I didn't really get the opportunity to speak about the game. And fact is, I felt like Tottenham were really bad, if you ask me. I understand that they had all the possession, but I think there's just still something that team really has to fix. If you are having an Arsenal that don't have Declan Rice, you don't have Odegaard, and you're still not able to give them at least 2 or 3 goals, even if they are going to come back with one, it just shows how poor Tottenham was. The guy who was playing from the right, Brennan Johnson or something, I just thought he was a waste pipe in that game, if you ask me. I just saw a few decisions that he was making, and I felt like, why is this guy playing for Tottenham? I just thought he didn't have any level of sense in that team. Like, when you talk about very talented wingers, right? You are talking about people who are able to think in advance. If you are given a pass, and I understand that he's very fast, he can run, but it's not just running like Mudryk. Sometimes it's running with your brain and not just shooting like somebody like Nicholas Jackson. That game, I was seeing a combination of Mudryk and Jackson in him. And I felt like, look at the guy that was playing from the left, Son, right? You can clearly tell that Son was the only winger who was trying to make things happen. You could see he was skillful. A few things he was doing was working out for him. But obviously, you're not going to blame him because Arsenal defense is probably one of the best in the Premier League currently, right? But what was going on from the right? It was just Johnson just running with the ball, shooting. There was nothing like dribble. There was one run I saw him do, and he was just running. I was expecting him to deceive the defender, right? act like you want to shoot. Bring it back. This is something like something the likes of say even this guy Jack Grealish I don't even rate. Right? He has that sense of right. I run, I bring it back, and just deceive the defender somehow. But I saw a couple of times where, he was just running with the ball, and you could tell that he was so predictable, right? And it was affecting. There was that hit that should be coming from both the right and the left. It was not happening. It was just from the left and the midfield at the same time. There was just something creative that I was not seeing with Tottenham that day. And for you to have Arsenal that were not fully equipped, and you guys are not able to sink in one goal, that was just shambolic and poor. And I wasn't very proud. And to know that it's even in your own home, right? Nah.
Just checking in with
You're
her.
talking about Klinton.
Oh, yeah. It was Lukman. I know he doesn't want me to. I mean, Gary, I didn't say anything bad about Arsenal. To be honest, I felt like Arsenal, they are very. I just hope they do well in the Champions League. They are doing well in the Premier League, which is good. But are they going to take on this same kind of energy and ability and what they are doing currently in the Champions League? Hopefully. Now, talking about Ademola Lookman, like you said, I said it weeks ago that this guy is on fire. He's probably the guy who should be winning the African Footballer of the Year. He's that good. Like, he's given every reason to show that he deserves it. Yeah, I understand there's Victor Osimhen, there's Victor Boniface, who is also doing extreme exploits in Germany, right? But Ademola Lookman is just not doing it in the league games. He's literally doing it even, obviously we saw what he did in the Europa. We saw what he did in the Super Cup as well against Real Madrid. He was literally the only guy that was trying to make things happen for Atalanta. So yeah, is he worthy of becoming the African Footballer of the Year? Hell yes. I don't think anybody deserves it more than him.
Just jumping to our YouTube comments here. Your favorite Lydia is back. She says, Spurs are comedians. A serious club would have beaten Arsenal. Okay, Gary, hold on, because there's one more. Roland says, Arsenal will draw against Atalanta and lose against Man City. Don't come at me, Gary.
No, don't worry.
Getting called out by
This is
your
good for
name.
us. This is good for us. That kind of prediction is good for us. No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, exactly. Markanday, friend of the show, says Spurs is a circus. They were dancing around, entertaining us, while Arsenal had a clear idea of what they were doing. And Lydia comes back to say Timber should have been sent off in the first half, and Anthony Taylor is a joke. You think... I'm not really sure what team she's supporting because I'm pretty sure she's a massive Chelsea fan, but right now it doesn't look like it. Yeah, well, it's going to be a massive week for, Arsenal, as we said, playing Atalanta in the Champions League, and Man City on the weekend. And that takes us to Man City, in fact, because, Alex, they beat Brentford 2-1, but it was Erling Haaland who yet again stole the show. He has 9 goals in 4 matches, averaging over 2 goals a match at this point.
I mean, how many more weeks can I go excusing myself for not putting him in my Premier League fantasy team? Because he's scoring goals every week. He's scoring hat-tricks. He's scoring 2 goals. Gary, I need Kudus to start scoring. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take him out and put Haaland in there instead. But yeah, he's so good. He does it on a bad day. He does it on a good day. As the British say, he does it on a cold, windy night in Stoke, although Man City haven't played Stoke in a while. Yeah, he's arguably the best player in the world at the moment on form. I think that's maybe not even arguably. He pulled Man City out of a small hole, little banana skin. But to be honest, I think I saw a stat when Brentford 1-0 up. They had a 47% chance of winning. Man City still had a 53% chance of winning when they went 1-0 down.
You don't want to score early against Man City. We've seen it time and time again. Scoring early just lights the... Yeah.
It just pisses them off.
It lights the fire earlier, and then they say, all right, you really want it? Fine. We were going to go for the 0-0, and, 70th minute, we'll get the 1, and that was going to be it. But now we really got to do this. Yeah, and Erling Haaland was the man to do so. You
know what the criticism about Haaland is currently? If Haaland plays a game and he scores 1 goal, he's considered a very bad performance. I mean, that's the level that he's playing currently. I feel like Haaland... And this is what every striker should be thinking, right? You go into a game thinking, okay, I just want... Let's say the likes of Nicholas Jackson. Sorry, I would always mention him because he put himself in that situation. If he was that good, maybe I would have been mentioning other strikers in the Premier League like Rasmus Haaland and the rest of them. Who? But I feel like as a striker, right, you're going into the game knowing that I'm coming to do my job, and my job is to score goals, right? And then when you want to talk about a super striker like Haaland, he's not just going to say, I want to go into the game and I want to score goal. He's now saying, I want to score goals. There's a difference between goal and goal. So when your goal is to score goal, it means that, right, I'm now just aiming at becoming a normal striker. Mm-hmm. But when your aim is to go, your goal is to score goals, like Haaland. Yeah. Now you've now topped up the chart. You are no longer an ordinary striker in the Premier League. Haaland at this point, like you said, he's the best player on earth as we speak. As a matter of fact, if there's a competition that should be happening between Earth and another planet, let's say Earth versus Jupiter, Haaland should be starting that game. Fact, as the striker representing Earth. If we have Haaland and Mbappe and the rest of them as options to start, Mbappe should be benched for Haaland at this point in time because this man is literally doing more than the job that he's been asked to do. Like
Does Lionel Messi make that team against Jupiter? Scored 2 goals against Philadelphia this week. He's back, baby.
Now, fact is, listen, you know how I feel about Lionel Messi. I mean, at the end of the day, imagine Lionel Messi and Haaland playing for Earth versus Jupiter, and Messi is now the one feeding. I mean, you have a world-class midfielder feeding Haaland at the moment in the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, right? Now, Kevin De Bruyne is a superstar. He's a world-class. He's a classic midfielder, right? He's not up to the level of Lionel Messi, obviously. But now imagine Lionel Messi being the guy who's feeding Haaland, doing all those things that the normal eyes would not see, doing the kind of things that even, like, you just see him throw the passes. And the good thing about Haaland is, let me tell you something about Haaland I've noticed. Haaland would take any chance, even the chance you think that the keeper should maybe be hitting with his last left foot or something. Like, somehow, I don't know how Haaland does it. He just goes in. Man, I think I'm going to get myself to the point where I would really maybe I might partner with Elon Musk since he's now beginning to do stuff in space. Maybe he might find out that there is some other planets where there are people who are actually playing, and I'll tell him, yo, listen, I want to put up a team on Earth, right? Go organize these other guys. If they are aliens, all we care about is can they play football? Okay, they are Americans. Can they play soccer? And if they're able to do it, bro, we are sending in Haaland, Lionel Messi. I don't know which other. Actually, this is something we should discuss, Gary.
I was about to say.
We should actually discuss. If we want to bring in the best 11 to represent. Sorry?
The Intergalactic League.
Yes, thank you.
We should limit it to players currently playing football. Because I think if we start bringing in
that's true.
Or we only do past players, but we cannot merge the two.
No. I think it has to be people who are still playing though, because if they are done playing, I mean, imagine somebody like, say, who can I give an example of? Say Zinedine Zidane now. I mean, he's old. Imagine these aliens. You know what these guys? We don't know their strength level. We need people who their blood they are still hot. Now the question is, if we need the best 11 to represent planet Earth right now. Who is going to be the goalkeeper? I don't know if you have the time.
All right, let's go really quick. Who's the goalkeeper for your Intergalactic team right now?
Okay. Between Edison and Courtois for me.
Okay.
Well, let's see Gary.
Yeah.
Courtois.
All right, let's lock in Courtois. We got to go fast. We got things to talk about. All right, Courtois, back four. Yeah. Let's go.
4-3-3?
4-3-3 or 4-4-2? That's important. No. 4-3-3. 4-3-3. All right, back four.
4-3-3. Because we need to take the game to them, you know what I'm saying?
I think it has to be Carvajal right back, centre back, Gabriel or Saliba.
What about? Are we not talking about is Van Dijk not making it there?
No, I'm saying Gabriel or Saliba. I think one of them should have to.
Damn, that's a very big question though.
And then also you got Ruben Diaz, John Stones.
No, John Stones is not making it for me.
I don't think Ruben Diaz.
Van Dijk, Gabriel, left back. This is a slightly difficult one actually.
I was thinking it.
Cucurella, really? So, fam.
You know what it is? Left back position is like arguably the hardest position because there's not that many amazing
Yes,
left backs. There's some really good
Yeah.
ones, but that next level, like there's those Jordi Albas, those Marcelos, they're not around anymore.
Just got Guardiola.
Nah.
Nah, I don't think.
I think
Nah.
Cuckoo would get it over
Okay.
Guardiola. But it's-
Midfield, I'd say Rodri has to be in there.
But we've not finished with who's going for the left back. Why are you jumping? Why are you?
Oh, well, I
skipping
thought we were settled on Cuckoo.
Wait, is Cuckoo making it outside of planet Earth?
Can you name somebody else right now?
Well,
We
let's
have to
leave
go
it to the
fast,
listeners,
so we're
the
moving
viewers.
quick.
then.
No, I don't. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
we're
leave it to
moving
the.
quick.
Listen, yeah, okay, actually, even Koundé.
Yeah, Koundé's
Koundé
a good
actually,
shout.
yeah, no,
No,
Koundé's a
but
very
the thing
good shout.
is, Koundé's a great shout. Koundé's a fantastic right back,
Yeah,
but
can't pick
Carvajal
anyone
right
over
now is arguably the player that should be winning the Ballon d'Or. So,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
you know what I mean? All right, let's leave that. Let's not go backwards. We
midfield,
must go
midfield,
forward.
midfield,
Okay, so
midfield.
Cucurella, we're locking it in because we need to
Okay.
move on. Midfield, obviously, Rodri is going to be there.
100%.
Rodri's
Honestly,
there.
just leave it at Rodri would be fine.
Fam, Lionel Messi is obviously there. What are you guys on about?
Where you want to play Messi? Messi plays on the left.
But like right now,
No.
we're talking about right now.
We're talking about.
Sorry, if you're making an intergalactic squad, the team is still based around Lionel Messi, Alex.
So you're saying Cristiano Ronaldo's not getting in there?
He's definitely not making it. No, fam,
No,
we're
he's not
talking
making
about.
it.
Okay, we're talking about right now, like
Yeah.
form today.
No,
Form today, I'm
Yes.
putting Messi in there.
You're out of your goddamn mind. You're out of your
I'm saying there are
mind.
players playing in better leagues at the moment. Obviously,
Bro,
about
bro,
playing
it's
the
not
guys
about
who
that.
won
It's
the
about
Copa
the class.
America.
It's about
No,
the
no,
skills.
Oh, it's
Let me-
about the intelligence.
No,
of
let me
guys.
just say
He's
this.
still the Copa
Let me
America
just
winner.
say
The
this.
World
Hold on,
Cup winner.
hold on. Let's see what
Yeah, all right.
Gary say.
Stressed out.
Alex Ashmore. Alex Ashmore. Leo Messi just came from 2 games injured. Luis Suarez asked him if he's ready to go. And he told Luis Suarez that I have not trained, but I'm going to give you a show. Guy scores 2 goals nonchalantly. Like, he literally is out of this goddamn world. Full stop.
Full
Listen,
stop. This is
Messi
intergalactic.
is the only player that even if he retires today, I feel like he still has the right to make it to this team.
I 100%.
Exactly.
What did you say last week? That Messi should be winning the African
Yes,
Cup?
Messi should be winning the African Cup. Like he should be the African best player. Like Messi should be winning the Golden Boot in the Euros that just finished on a good day. But I don't know. They
And
robbed
the Asian
they
Footballer
robbed
of the Year. Asian Footballer of the Year. African
Yes.
Footballer of the Year. South American Footballer of the Year.
Yup.
North American Footballer of the Year.
Bro, he
and
didn't play in
European
the
Footballer
Saudi
of the
League, but
Year.
he should be winning that stuff that guy won, man.
All right.
Okay.
So where are we putting Messi is the question. Because Alex.
it has to be 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so then
10.
who goes
On
alongside?
form.
Rodri
Or
and De
10.
Bruyne, I think that's just no. There's,
Damn, two Manchester midfielders actually making this
I
team.
mean,
Damn.
at the moment, on form, can we name anyone playing better?
So, okay, who are we going?
think
Sorry.
them-
Who are we,
I think them two should be making it though.
Yeah,
No, fact. I agree.
so we're going KDB, Rodri, and Messi.
yeah.
Okay,
And then front three, Haaland.
Mbappe.
I
Wait,
don't think
Hold on.
This is the thing. Are we going on form or just the best player?
I
the
think
best
we are
players
going
in-
by form right now. It's not by
On form, I
On
don't
form.
think
Now,
Mbappe
now,
should
now,
be in
now,
there.
now.
Yes, now.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just throwing some names out there because if we're going on form, you know, Lamine Yamal is gonna be on that left
No,
side.
but listen, I think that in case if they are playing against aliens, right? Lamine is too young. I think.
He's in his own right.
might-
He's an alien for playing this good at 17.
No,
what
but
are you
he,
talking
exactly
about?
at 17, he might get there. He might see aliens and get scared.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
mate,
Nah,
you're
Like,
taking the
nah,
piss.
nah.
Put
We are-
some
we are talking about
respect on
aliens.
his name. Tell him, Gary.
The aliens don't know. The aliens don't know Lamine Yamal is 17. They don't know.
All right.
They have no idea.
They have no idea. If we are talking about form, Lamine Yamal has to be there.
No,
this
no,
guy
I-
is unstoppable.
No, I agree though.
So you go Haaland, you go Lamine, and then who's on the left? We have one position left.
Vinicius.
Yeah, no.
Really?
Form now.
Nah.
Vinicius is not going to make it.
On form now. Not even in the question. On form.
Right.
In terms
Okay,
of
okay,
quality
okay.
of players,
Okay.
Yes,
What about Garnacho?
I mean, he's more in form technically than Vinicius.
Wow.
You know, he came
What
on
is
against
happening?
Southampton.
Alex having trouble. That's
Nacho?
No, I'm saying
Garnacho is
on
right
form.
form.
Can you disagree with me that on form, Garnacho is technically more on form than Vinicius at the moment?
No, I can't agree with that statement. I can't.
I mean,
Vinicius
I'm a
is
Manchester
feeling-
United fan, but that one, yo, wait. Wait, Alex.
Markinde, I'm calling you. I'm calling you.
Oh my God! Right? No. Yeah. I mean,
What are the people saying, though?
Wisdom is saying Vinicius has to make it. I mean, I agree with Wisdom. Markinde, Markinde's agreeing with the fact that Lamine Yamal should be making it 100%. Right. Honestly, this particular left wing, Gary. I mean, I personally think Vinicius should be making it. But what do you think, though?
No. On form, no. Maybe 3 weeks ago, yeah. But today, we are talking about like today. Like a month ago, yeah. But today.
This is in the moment. Tomorrow, it's all different.
In the moment. It's all different, guys. So
Wow.
we'll find somebody. Sarah.
Okay. What about Doku?
No, what? Come, stop. I don't think so.
No.
Really?
No, because based on form and playing, I don't think so. I think Vinny would get an over Doku. I think the problem with Vinny is that he's having to deal with another player named Kylian Mbappe who's coming into his position constantly, and he's getting used to that. But I think if that wasn't the situation, Vinny would still be Vinnying around, doing the same thing he was doing last season. I think he's just... Yeah. I don't think it's the fact that he's out of form. I think it's that he's dealing with this bizarre...
You are dead correct, Sarah. And listen, I was watching their last game, right? And I was listening to the commentator say things like, I can't remember the channel I was watching it from now, but this commentator was literally saying that you could tell that what the both of them, you could see Vinicius trying to accommodate Mbappe with the fact that he's now dragging his position with him. And at the end of the day, it takes an intelligent player to see somebody trying to get into his position and then trying to go somewhere else. At some point, you see the both of them clashing against each other, right? You will see Mbappe trying to run with the ball and you see Vinicius trying to go back just to create space. Now, that's not something they are used to. You see? So, like you said, maybe if Mbappe was not there, we will still see that class from Vinicius continuing. The problem right now is the fact that he has somebody who's also a global superstar when it comes to the game, now trying to, clash that his position with him. But I think Vinicius is still class, though, either way.
Does Kvaratskhelia get a mention
Anyway.
on this?
I don't.
I was also just thinking about Luis Diaz.
Yeah?
If we're talking about informed today, like
We haven't talked about Mohamed Salah on the right either.
because Lamine Yamal is there.
Mohamed
Because
Salah's been
Lamine
excellent.
Yamal is there. And
No, but we
form.
cannot mention Salah right now, especially knowing that they lost to Nottingham Forest in Anfield.
Okay, let's talk about that match. Let's lock in.
Let's go.
Let's lock in
into that.
who's that left winger position. I'm gonna say it's Vinny. Who are you gonna say?
I think I'm going with Vinny.
Alex?
I mean, it's a democracy, so I guess it's Vinny.
Well, you could change it. Gary could change. There's 2 votes.
Yeah.
There are 2 votes.
Yeah.
I'll go for Vinny.
Gary?
Somebody said Ademola
Let's
Lookman,
lock
though.
it in.
Somebody said Ademola Lookman. Hey! No, wait. No. It was Meyoku. No. I can't believe we forgot the African player
He plays
of
on the
year.
same side as Lamine Yamal. I'm sorry, but he's not getting in over Lamine Yamal. He's
You
not.
can play him on the left, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I was never talking
So
about
you
the
wanna
right, though.
play- you
I've
wanna
seen him
play-
play from the left.
He's got 1
Him
goal,
ahead
1
of
assist in 2
Kylian
games.
Mbappe.
So you want to...
Yeah, right now, definitely ahead of Kylian Mbappe. Fact, I will literally take him.
So
over
you
Kylian
take
Mbappe.
Lookman on the left wing instead of Vinicius Jr.?
Damn, man, you didn't have to ask that question, Like, let's just move on, man.
Stop it.
Okay, so we've logged it in, Sarah. We've logged it in.
All
Okay,
right, we've
Vinicius.
locked it in really quickly. If you have an intergalactical team in the present day taking on aliens from Jupiter, and this could change in literally 20 minutes based on form. We have Thibaut Courtois in the back, Danny Carvajal. Did we go William Saliba, Virgil van Dijk, Cucurella, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Lionel Messi, Lamine Yamal, Haaland, and Vinicius Jr.? Might change tomorrow. Let us know. Let us know. Comment. Let us know.
What's 18?
Guardiola, the coach?
Yeah.
Of course.
No, wait. Are we picking Guardiola over?
And it's a Guardiola Ancelotti. I mean, it is.
I think it has to be Guardiola. Yeah.
He's
It has to
He's
be.
won 4 Premier Leagues in a
With this
row. He's
team,
won
it
a
has to
Champions League. I know
a treble.
Ancelotti's done excellent stuff with Real
No.
Madrid. but
Also, if you want a coach who's for a one-off game, I'd take Guardiola over Carlo Ancelotti.
That's a good point.
For a one-off game.
one-off game, I'd actually take Ancelotti. I don't know.
Really?
No, funny enough. Same here though.
think Guardiola
Same here,
has
though.
the
One off
tendency
game.
to-
I'm
No,
definitely
because
taking Ancelotti
Guardiola
for
is
real.
going to overthink. Guardiola is going to overthink the team. You are right.
Yeah.
No,
That's
for
what-
real.
I think he has the tendency to do that. So
Oh, somebody said club.
One-off game? I mean,
Oh, mate, he needs a
Jose
job, doesn't he?
Mourinho.
let's go Klopp. He needs a job.
No,
We'll go Klopp.
We need Klopp because he needs a deployment. All right. We need to move along. Speaking of Jurgen Klopp, his former side, Liverpool, and on behalf of all of us here at Sporty TV, we'd like to make a formal apology to Nottingham Forest because I am certain that myself, Klinton Codd, Alex Ashmore, and Gary L. Smith all said this is going to be a standard win for Liverpool. It's at Anfield. They're not going to get scored on, and they're going to win. Well, we are eating our words today because they did concede their first goal of the season at Anfield. And, well, here's to Nottingham Forest, Alex. I mean, go for it, because I know you have all the stats loaded up on when the last time Liverpool lost here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 1969, the last time they lost to Forest at Anfield.
So Klinton, when he was about 2 then.
And speaking of Intergalactic, that was the year we went to the moon for the first time.
Oh, my God, Gary, making a full circle here.
Klinton was the one flying the rocket ship.
Whatever. Whatever, man.
Yeah, I mean, a shock. I don't think anyone saw it coming. If you did, you've done well for yourself. And I think Forest, they've not had a bad start to the season. Now they've had a decent start to the season. I think Nuno Espirito Santo was perhaps there were doubts over whether he could keep Forest up. Obviously, there was the issues of the how much money they'd spent, were they going to get in trouble for that? But brilliant win at Anfield against Arne Slot's Liverpool, who have been on fire since the start of the season. And as I saw in the press today or yesterday, Arne Slot's honeymoon period is now over. And it feels like panic stations back in England. But it's one loss. It's not the end of the world. These things happen. This is football.
I think the biggest thing is when they do, like when a team does lose after having a fiery start, is let's see the comeback. Let's see the bounce back.
Yeah.
Because if they come back better and stronger and learning from their mistakes, then in all fairness, lose at the beginning of the season.
Well, when they beat United 7-0, they lost to Bournemouth in the next match. So,
I saw that game, and this is why I love the game of football, though.
Just right over it.
This is why I love football, because did you say in football anything would happen, right? Like I said, we were all on this show and we were talking about how Liverpool was going to dismantle Nottingham Forest, especially knowing that they've not had the best start in the season so far. It was almost like Valladolid coming to beat Real Madrid. Obviously, it didn't happen, but that's literally how I would equate this loss by Liverpool. But then again, I think it's also good to give credit to the guy who has got the goal, Hudson-Odoi, who is somebody whom I felt like it was so wrong for Chelsea to let him go, knowing that they were bringing in some other guys who would probably not play to the level that Hudson-Odoi was playing. Maybe he wasn't performing in Chelsea at the time he was there. But that goal...
That's his problem.
Sorry?
That's his problem. He was not consistent.
That's true, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, but you see what Hudson is capable of, right? He's capable of delivering world-class goals. Like, I mean, Gary, did you see that goal, though? That goal was just too classic. Like, I saw the goal and I'm like, wait, was this guy a Chelsea player? I remember I told you that anybody that leaves Chelsea goes to become a beast somewhere else. Yeah, maybe he's, like you said, consistency. Maybe he's not been consistent with that kind of action, right, with Nottingham Forest. But I can tell you for free that this guy has gone to become a whole beast in Nottingham. And I felt like it was a very good move for him. What does Chelsea have on the left? They have Raheem Sterling. They let him go. They have now the guy who runs without navigation and the rest of them. Sorry, Alex.
After last weekend, they might have found themselves a new left winger who's not bad, Jadon Sancho.
Oh, yes, absolutely. No, 100. No, I agree. I mean, we were going to get there. We were going to go there. And it's unfortunate where the guy is coming from. Right? That's the worst part of it. But yeah, the Hudson-Odoi, I'm kind of proud of him. That particular goal changed a lot of things on how I saw the guy. He was just so magical.
I think quelled a lot of doubts for Forest fans. They imagine coming into this season. It's always the case. Are they going to go down? Is it going to be another scrap? I think they'll be also looking at the other teams below them. Everton have been awful, monumentally awful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think when you look at the other teams that have come up, Southampton and Ipswich, I think Forest are going to be okay.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, Liverpool taking on Milan tomorrow in the Champions League, and then next weekend this weekend, it'll be Bournemouth. So we'll see the bounce back for slot side. Chelsea won with Christopher Nkunku getting back on the scoreboard after a couple of weeks off. This is really a team where you never know who's going to score because they got so many players.
I want to start doing press up for this conversation about Chelsea.
Oh, we're not staying here long, so hurry up. We got things to talk about. There's not much. I have nothing to say about this match.
Oh my God!
So go for
Jesus Christ, man! Chelsea.
Go for it, Klinton. Go for it.
Nah. Listen. Honestly, I'm just very proud of Jadon Sancho. Yeah, I love. It was almost like a gamble when he left. We were waiting for the first game for Chelsea to see if he was going to deliver, right? And you could clearly tell that he has that. That guy we saw in Dortmund. Each time he went to Dortmund and he came, like you could see that personality with him in Chelsea. He was taking on players without being scared, right? He was look at the goal, look at the assist he gave to Nkunku, right? He could tell you that actually, wait, did you see how Nkunku went through two or three players? And somehow,
It's a lovely finish.
that is the kind of situation where you say, no be juju be that. I saw that stuff. I'm like, wait, listen, right now I'm happy for Chelsea, though. I understand it was just a 1-0 victory, right? However, there was some level of class with Chelsea in that game, right? We saw Jadon Sancho doing some serious job on that left wing. And that pass he gave to Nkunku, I was expecting maybe the defender would do some... But I don't know how did he run past them two? How was he able to squeeze in and then found that angle on that goal? How?
It was not bad. I think it's really good to see Sancho performing well, and I think perhaps, like you said, what he needed, just a fresh start. It was often the doubt, the question, could he do it in the Premier League? He's obviously done it at Dortmund, but every time at Manchester United, it's not gone quite well for him. So it's really good to see him finding his feet. It's only 45 minutes. We can't get ahead of ourselves, but it's a good start.
8 yellow cards to the Chelsea players and 6 to...
wasn't it the most yellow cards in a Premier League game?
Yeah, it absolutely nuts. Sorry, really quickly, just bouncing back to the YouTube comments because I think Lydia really just has something against you here. Just going back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Lydia says, Hudson-Odoi is not a consistent player and a Forest bench player. He's not a beast. So don't even need to comment, but very angry. Just angry. Just coming in.
Look,
coming in.
We need to look for Lydia.
Genuinely.
Her comments are always...
Yeah. She just guns blazing, All right, before we jump over to La Liga, Manchester United won.
Oh, yes,
Bit of a shock there.
Yeah.
Bit of I don't know what to say about this one because I thought they got a bit lucky with Southampton having that miss of a penalty at the beginning.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that penalty that they lost did kill their spirits, to be honest.
100%.
The guy who they gave the penalty to take, I think he was just very useless. At that point, I felt like he should go apply for, some jobs in England. Like, there are project management, there is cyber security. Like, just do some... Like, how would they give you the ball? Such an important game. That goal would have demoralized Manchester United. But obviously, I'm a fan of Manchester. And that was my prayer. I just hoped he missed it. And the way he kicked it, you could tell that first of all, there was no confidence, right? He literally told Onana where he was going to put that ball. And Onana, he's probably not the best goalkeeper, but he's not much of an idiot. Like, he knows he's a very good goalkeeper in the Premier League, right? And I knew for some reason, when I saw this guy, I don't know if it's just me, but when somebody is given the ball to take a penalty, right? From their body language, sometimes you could tell if they're going to miss it or not. It doesn't happen very often. But when I saw him looking at Onana, holding the ball, dropping the ball on the ground, I just knew, he's going to miss it. And the moment he missed it, Manchester United, that's where it's almost like what we're talking about Man City. When you score them first, they get pissed. Okay, now you've missed this penalty. Onana has given the team hope. And at this point, they're like, okay, we have now jumped past this hurdle that we just found ourselves in. We now have to put in our super energy on winning the game. And boom. 3 goals. Manchester, man, I'm proud. And you know what I said on social media?
I saw him. He said, if Manchester United loses today...
Arsenal fans, be ready to welcome me.
Gary, no, I don't want it. Get out. Stop it.
Gary, I was going to DM you to ask you to send me some really nice website where I can get some Arsenal merch. Like I want to crest my name on one of the Arsenal jerseys, man. But then Manchester United...
Coming soon, my brother. Coming
No, it's not going to
soon.
come soon.
Coming
No,
soon.
stop it.
Coming
I beg.
soon.
When United lose to Barnsley.
Listen,
Tomorrow, listen.
if Man United will lose to Barnsley, I'm going to be a Luton fan. Like, no. Like, listen.
Hey, Hatters, he's coming.
No way. No way.
All right, let's jump over to La Liga. Also, quick YouTube check-in. Thank you, Abe, for the love from our Egyptian friend here, also a Liverpool fan. Oh, no, but we have a comment from Lydia. Everyone stop.
No, Lydia.
No,
Lydia is now the MVP, like Makinde, right?
Sancho needs love, and Ten Hag is not the right coach for Man United. They should give Van Nistelrooy a chance. Oh, la, 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 la.
I think so, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
Personally, some people are predicting that Ten Hag might not be in Manchester by January, even December. People are literally projecting December. Yeah, I mean,
if they lose to Barnsley, then there's a chance there.
Yeah, I mean, no, don't say that. Hey, what do you mean there's a chance? Barnsley? Hey, God, please now, I beg now. It's Manchester United. Wait, has it gotten that bad?
Possible.
Has it gotten that? Wait, I understand here, at some point last season, Coventry came back 3-0 against Manchester United, which was
and
quite...
you shouldn't have won that game.
No, I agree.
You should not have won that
game. Personally, right, I think that game, we shouldn't have won it. They scored the fourth goal, but it got cancelled, right? That's literally Coventry.
Yeah, no.
Coventry. That's a championship team.
The offside. All right. Oh, my favorite panelist is Sara. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Lydia?
No,
Is that Lydia?
it couldn't be. It couldn't. She loves Klinton. All right, let's talk about La Liga because Barcelona once again put on a dominant performance against Catalonian rivals Girona. And as I mentioned top of the show, Lamine Yamal cannot stop. In the last 18 matches between club and country, he has 17 wins and one draw. He leads the top 5 leagues in Europe for assists. He is 17, ladies and gentlemen, lest we forget. He is the most successful dribbler in La Liga. 7 matches in the Euros, he had 4 assists and 1 goal. He was the best young player of the tournament. 5 matches now in La Liga, 4 assists and 2 goals. Guys.
I've said it even on this show before this season started. I said Lamine Yamal's performance when it comes to football, what he is going to be doing, he's going to be topping the charts as the best assister.
Well,
right?
not today because he scored 2
No,
goals.
listen. Remember, and also when I made that comment, I said it's not like he wasn't going to score. He's going to be that guy who scores special goals, right? But his department, his prophetic office is just going to be giving the assist because he's good at it, right? He's playing from the wing. He knows how to take on players. Somehow he's so skillful. He will run past you, but he would always make sure he's delivering that ball into the box. And anyone who has... Let me imagine Lamine Yamal, right? Playing with Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, and then you have one, say, creative left winger with Haaland. Could you imagine how many goals they could be creating in such a team? Like our team, we're trying to create minutes.
Our team.
My goodness.
No, it will be deadly,
it's
man.
Scary. I just want to read a quote from Michel, the Girona coach, after this match. He said, "It's difficult to imagine that after Messi, another like him would come along. But I hope that Lamine Yamal keeps improving because he's a player that can reach that level." Talk about pressure. But Alex, when you hear stuff like that, I mean, it must just ignite Yamal.
Yeah, I think he's a fantastic player. We saw him do it for Spain in the summer at the Euros. He's got the world on his shoulders. He's got that pressure, but he seems to be dealing with it very well. And fingers crossed, touch wood, he doesn't have any major injury problems. He can play regular football. He's got the world at his feet, and if he keeps playing like this, he could go on to be, I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but the best player in the world.
That's
Sara,
incredible.
I think the thing about Lamine Yamal is that at the moment he's still in the innocence phase. The innocence has not wore off. I think that the people around him are doing they are the real heroes of this situation. They are doing a remarkable job of taking all the pressure from the young man and keeping all the superlatives away from Lamine. And the moment that goes off, he's going to be in trouble. But for now, whatever it is that they are doing, keeping it. I mean, I don't know if he's not on social media, but he doesn't seem to see it. If he's seeing it, he's not feeling it. And at that age where you are so impressionable, where it has to come at some point. Now, my second theory is that has he had a bad patch yet for Barca fans or Spanish fans to turn on him? He has not had that. Throughout his young career, he has not had a bad patch. So we have not seen him react to adversity. Eventually, it will come. And if it comes, let's just hope that the team, his support system are going to be ready to help him deal with it. Right now, everything, like if it's a graph, everything is going this way. It's just on the up and up. So he's basking in it. But what happens when there's a crucial penalty in the Champions League? This young man lines up, takes it, hits it, he's probably skies it, and then social media being social media, something gets said, it gets to him. That's what I'm praying against. So eventually, when that adversity comes, right now, he's enjoying it because, there's naivety. It's just good news. And so there's no pressure. Hopefully, we can have this young man in this zone, and then we can have our best player in the world in a few years. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I actually agree with what you said, though. Actually, we didn't, a lot of people don't think about it from that angle. Truly, social media, the whole mental side of it does affect players, and if you're not very careful, it will literally affect your performance on the pitch. However, Gary, somebody mentioned on our YouTube channel, the person said would Gary agree that Lamine Yamal is ahead of Bukayo Saka? What do you think about that one, Gary?
Of course, I mean, yeah, absolutely. If it's the, I mean, if it's, yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's not just me! It's not just me! Stop! Leave that at the Euros this summer. We got past it.
So let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened this weekend. I was typing his name because he took a picture with the Ghanaian guy who's just gone to Barca. They took a picture, so I was posting it on my
I saw
Facebook.
That.
And I wrote Abdul Aziz Issa and Yamin. No, whatever.
He doesn't even know what's right and wrong. He can't even see it anymore. Lamine Yamal, Lamine with an L. Lamine Yamal.
I wrote Yamin.
Yeah.
Lamal.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote. And then I corrected myself. So yeah.
Perfect. That's all we need to do. Well, let's see. He's on track to winning the Copa Trophy. That would be the third consecutive Barcelona Messiah player. So, I mean, it's an incredible feat. But yes, you're right. Let's see what the future has ahead for Lamine Yamal. Dani Olmo injured for 4 to 5 weeks. That's the biggest take from that Barcelona match, as I think a negative. Lydia's comments are just, she's here to cause chaos. Palmer is better than Saka, Gary. What do you think?
Palmer and
on the record, I have said that on Twitter, on the record.
Okay.
So you can
it's
check
not really
my
causing
Twitter.
too much chaos
And,
over here.
and Arsenal fans came at they wanted to gut me, man.
My boy Saka needs to start working hard, though, because if all these players are being put ahead of him, despite everything he does on the pitch for Arsenal.
And you know the metric, Klinton, the metric I put Palmer ahead of Saka? The final ball. I think that Palmer has a more consistent rate of giving an accurate killer through pass than Bukayo Saka. Saka has the tendency sometimes of just holding on to the ball a little bit. Palmer is absolutely killing. He's decisive. He gets the ball. He knows exactly what he's going to do the moment he has the ball. And that's what he has on him. Yeah, but I don't think that the gap between them is too much. So, Lydia, I've been on record to say that Palmer, I think for now, is a better player than our own star boy, Bukayo Saka. So, chapeau.
I think it shows you how good he is that people are criticising him now, and he's got 4 assists and a goal in 4 games, Saka. That's a better rate so far this season than Cole Palmer. It shows you how good and how much of a pedestal we've put him on that, we're criticising him after 5 goal involvements in 4 games. For a player who's supposedly not playing his best, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I agree. All right, let's quickly move along to Real Madrid. We only have a short amount of time left. Real Madrid beat Real Sociedad 2-0, 2 penalties. I showed Klinton a meme this morning, and I really wanted to get it on the show, but...
I think that should have made it to the show.
La Liga logo with the penalty in there.
Sorry?
The Real Madrid logo with the penalty in the middle.
That as well. But I mean,
there was this one that was just in Spanish. They'll say "el loco," like that was.
I'll show you guys after the show. All right, Alex, talk to me. Lots of penalties given to Real Madrid. Let's talk about Vinny's. Was that a penalty?
It was a soft one.
Yeah.
You know, he, by the letter of the law, he stood on his foot. It was a foul. The intention or the idea of putting your studs on someone like that can be a lot and could have been a lot worse. It wasn't bad, but I think at the end of the day, according to the rules, it's a foul. So yes, it's a penalty. It might seem like a soft one, and I think the way that Vinny went down made it seem even worse. But you know, as much as people may want to argue this, it was a penalty.
Your friend, Sheraldo Becker, off the post there, should have scored. Real Sociedad hit the post 3 times in the first half. I mean, this is again, so Real Madrid come away with the win off 2 penalties. But again, I feel like the 3 of us and Gary are sitting in this position saying, yeah, but we're not convinced because the other team had better chances. They were unlucky. They weren't able to bury the ball, and in the end of the day, that's what you need to do. I understand that. But when you look at the players on this Real Madrid side, you're still thinking, you guys aren't delivering what we're expecting.
No. I think there's 2 sides to it. I think I was listening to Dani Carvajal speaking at the press conference ahead of their game tomorrow against Stuttgart, and a reporter asked him, what do you have to say about people that say you're not at your best? There's still things that can be improved in this Real Madrid squad. And he said, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, isn't it? Because, we're winning games. They haven't lost all season. They're only 4 points behind the top. Yes, they're not playing their best football, but they're still winning. That's what good teams do. They win when they're not playing their best football.
No, good teams win and play good football.
No, I'm saying, but good teams,
that's the difference.
But good teams, when they're going through a bad patch, they still win. And that's what Real Madrid are doing. Yes, it's not compared to the start of last season, it's nowhere near. There's a big difference. But it's early in the season. I can see them going from strength to strength. And, there are definitely a lot of things to work on, but they've got the right players to turn it around and the right managers to do so as well.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we have to leave.
Right,
this is it for us, guys. I feel like we went through as much as we could, guys. Mondays are tough.
I can't believe I didn't get
but
an
today
opportunity
we've
to
gotten
speak
through a
about
lot today.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, I will still come back to this Madrid hopefully tomorrow or maybe whenever we come
Well,
back
we
on the
will
show.
come back to this Madrid because tomorrow Real Madrid are taking on Stuttgart in the Champions League. And guys, this week we are having our watch-alongs for the Champions League. We will be reacting and watching live with you guys. All the Champions League matches all at the same time because we just want to lose our absolute minds. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, Champions League watch-alongs. Make sure you join us. And also stick around because right now on SportyTV, we have La Liga Hypermotion with Almeria taking on Castilla after this. Gary, it's been a pleasure. Congrats to your Gunners. Alex and Klinton will be back tomorrow for some more Sporty Show. And until then, enjoy the football.
Eh, well.